On this next one, before you shoot, say, "Do you feel lucky, punk?"
What?
It's Clint Eastwood. It's the 629.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
There you go. There's the hit. Hey guys, Brandon here with Texas Plinking with a pretty exciting video, one I've been anticipating for quite a bit. Well, I guess first and foremost, if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, then let me tell you now, all the time I've been shooting, the quick collection that has built up in a relatively short period of time, I still never have shot a 44 Magnum until right now. So I still haven't shot. You guys are going to see my first impressions. But before we get to this right quick, let's talk about the current revolvers, ones that you've already seen. So let's start with the start of it all. I bought this about 2 years ago. This is a 686 plus 357 7-shot, meaning the plus there. Love this thing. First revolver I've ever bought and shot. Your good old 357. I absolutely love this thing. And then, yeah, but I always brought it out just for that recreational shooting, just plinking, loved it. Then, somewhat recently, I think about, what, February, I got a 500 Magnum. This is a hilarious round. Largest, just about the most powerful one you could get legally anyway, but if you just compare that with the 357, one very, very functional and one just kind of for shiggles, if you will. So once I got more comfortable with this, and to be honest, I probably have more trigger time with this than I do the 357, then this kind of became my norm. So that was just the crazy one you bring out for a good time, have a party with. And then your 357, all of a sudden this thing felt like a 22 long rifle. So very, very usable. But there's something in the middle, that 44 Magnum, and that is this here. So 629 Smith & Wesson Performance Center Stealth Hunter. So let's go back to 629. That is the Dirty Harry gun. That is the 44 Magnum. Before the 500 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world. But now let's bring out the 44 and the 500. Still quite a big difference. In fact, let's get the 357 in there so you guys can see. It's actually more similar to the 357, but I'm curious to see how it feels like, because with these in particular, you see this big muzzle brake on the 500, and on this 629 in particular, this is the Stealth Hunter, so you got this little cutouts here for your compensation, so it's going to direct some of the gases upwards in theory. You see a slot here for Picatinny. You can put a red dot or a scope, revolver specific scopes. So being the name Stealth Hunter, it is made to hunt with whitetail or whatever else. For me, it's going to be a recreational shooter. If I could get a feral hog, that'd be cool too. But still haven't shot a 44, so let's see what we could do. A couple rounds to try out here. I'm going to try out this here, which is some PMC. This is some 180 grain hollow point. I've also got, if I remember where I put it, I think it's this guy here, some 44 300 XTP. Again, first time shooting it, I got the confidence. We're just going to lit up the whole wheel. This is only the 180 grain stuff, so it shouldn't be anything crazy. I trust it with some steel, so we'll shoot some steel with it, see what happens. But first time shooting 44, it's a special day. Let's see. Oh, that's not bad at all. That's a nice in between, the 180 grain anyway. A real nice in between the 357 and the 500. That's it. Yeah, that's really, really nice actually. So one thing to mention as well, the other ones, the 686 plus and the 500, the ones I have anyway, are not the Performance Center. They're just your off the shelf. This is the first Performance Center revolver I have. Right off the bat, once you go double or you go single action by pulling the hammer back, the trigger's gonna be light on all of them, but it certainly functions great. Let's run some more rounds down it. All right, just for fun, I'm only gonna shoot two here. This is the 300 grain of Hornady. Like I mentioned, it's the exact same grain weight as the Desert Eagle 50 AE and the XTP 300 grain from Hornady for the 500 Magnum on a much smaller profile. So it could be very bad, or well, we'll see. It's almost double the weight of what I just last shot. So let's see. I'm gonna brace pretty well here. Oh, that's less. That's actually heavier. I think it's actually going out at a slower velocity. Oh, that's not bad at all. All right. I guess once you shot the 500, you've kind of seen it all. Not bad. Let's shoot some fruit. All right, so far so good. Let's just hope it stays there. I got the wheel loaded up now. I don't know why I was intimidated by it. I got the wheel loaded up with a 300 grain XTP from Hornady. But about right here is good. I'm pretty confident with it. Smith & Wessons are so accurate out of the box. That's one thing to mention as well. I should probably talk about some specs. A little Allen key here. Click values, adjust for windage and elevation. Let's see how it is right out of the gate though. I'm gonna go single action here. Hopefully it gives a good reaction. Not really. Just hitting steel now. This is going right through. Let's see, I know I hit it a few times. To be honest, I was expecting a little bit more of a reaction on that. Whatever, we'll keep it out. Let's shoot it with the 180 grain, see if that acts any different. All right, got like 4 shots of the 180 hollow point. Let's try one hand in it. It's got some echo. There he goes. Not your average jack-o'-lantern, but whatever. We're getting seasonal. All right, what else we got? Cantaloupe. Got 3 shots of the 300 grain Hornady XTP. Got the cantaloupe right on top of the half pumpkin. I'm thinking because I'm so close, the bore probably gonna have to go a little hot. I just grazed the top of it. Let's just go dead center. I gotta say, as immature of an aspect this is to talk about, it's just look at it. It's like the Darth Vader of revolvers. I love revolvers. I obviously like the high-speed stuff, red dots, all that stuff. You guys know the stuff I'm into. But when it goes to revolvers, I just like the old school mechanism of it. It's so simple, but a modernized 629 with the rail with the cutout for muzzle brake. This finish, just the way the brass looks contrasted with that. Modernized 629, the Stealth Hunter. Massive fan of it. So I got 6 more of the 180 grain loaded up in here. Let's just finish it out here, go back, see all the Smith & Wessons and talk about it a little more, and we'll get all wrapped up. But let's see here. Let's go back for some steel. Let's try double action. Not bad. Back to single. I spoiled myself. That's it. Let's go see the 686 and the 500 real quick. So that's the 629 Stealth Hunter from the Smith & Wesson Performance Center. Massive fan of it. This was just a really quick introduction to it. Probably show some B-roll here and there some more, but this will definitely get featured very, very soon. I'm a big fan of it. It's going nowhere anytime soon. And I mean, here amongst the 357, 44, and the 500. Interesting thing to note, 5-shot, 6-shot, 7-shot. Funny the way that one worked out, but really, really nice. Like I said, it kind of worked out. It was that happy medium I was looking for. That 500 is just hilarious. It serves a purpose just to be hilarious and take down anything at all in all of North America if you need it to. But other than that, it's just a good time. 357, I don't need to sell you guys on that. It's an old round, very, very usable. And then the 44, another just a good Americana round. I don't know why I haven't had some time behind it. But I'll tell you what, I'll finish the video. Let's just shoot 1 shot of the 686, 1 shot of the 500, and then we'll call it good. You guys saw the 44 today, but let's go back to this guy. This just feels like a 22 long rifle at this point. That's hilarious. And then we'll end it with a big bang. Oh boy. For the sake of the steel targets, let's just go for a rock. Yeah, that 44 is a nice in between. That was just about it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.
All right.
It was almost as if you were preparing for 500.
Oh,
so see how you went double action?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could go ahead and pull that trigger back.
That makes a huge difference.
You said on safety?
There's no safe, it's the revolver. Just pull the hammer back. Yep. On this next one, before you shoot, say, "Do you feel lucky, punk?"
What?
It's Clint Eastwood, it's the
Do you
629.
feel lucky, pump?
There you go. There's the hit.